The type of exercises and stretches that you do during your pregnancy can have a profound impact on your birth experience. Today we're doing a short class with the best exercises and stretches to help you have the easiest birth experience and get rid of your pregnancy aches and pains. You don't need any equipment except for a mat or a comfortable floor to get down on. I've also got amazing feedback on my complete guide on how to reduce and cope with pain during labor. I will link in the description box below. Let's start sitting tall on our sit bones. We can take a big inhale in, expanding through our ribs. Exhale, release, relaxing your pelvic floor. Big inhale in, letting your ribs expand 360 degrees around, and then exhale, pulling your baby in. Your tummy should come in a little bit. Good. Let's take a nice side stretch, ballooning out through your side body. Exhale to come up. Big sweep with your arm. Exhale, pull your baby in to come up. Good. We can make our way to all fours. We're gonna work on our pelvis mobility here. So we'll take some hip circles, but instead of keeping your hips and your ribs aligned, we're gonna pretend that we have a pencil that's shooting out of our tailbone, and we're gonna draw big circles on the wall behind us. Making those circles as big as you can. Beautiful, let's go the other way. Good, we can find a neutral pelvis. Again, let's tuck our toes and we'll lift our knees off. If that doesn't feel good for you, you can also, on your exhale, push your knees into the ground while you activate your core. So let's take a big inhale, breathing into your ribs. And then exhale, pull your baby in and lift your knees off, or dig your knees in, holding here. Continue to breathe. Good, releasing down, big inhale. Exhale, pull your baby in, lift or press. Good, release. We'll do that one more time. Exhale. Good, release. We can untuck our toes. Let's take some big circles with our knee, lifting up and around. Good, we can switch to the other side. Last one here. Let's move into cat and cow. On your exhale, tuck your tailbone and chin, rounding out through your back. On your inhale, arch your back, tip your tailbone up, look up. Good, moving back and forth with your breath. Good, last one. Next we'll move into bird dog. Keeping your hips very steady here, lift opposite arm and leg. Keep lifted through your back, not dumping into your back at all here. Exhale, pull your baby in. Lift, inhale down. Good, switching sides. Inhale down, coordinating your movement with your breath. Good. Let's flex one foot and bring it up here for donkey kicks. Exhale down, inhale up. Let's lift it up, pulse here. Keeping your hips stable. Good, release it down. We can move to the other side. Inhale as you lift up, and then exhale as your knee comes in. Squeezing your glute as you raise your foot up. Let's hold here, pulsing. Good, releasing down. Let's take a quick glute stretch. Shifting to the other side. Good, we can come up onto our knees. Let's bring one foot forward, and then we can shift our weight. Let's tuck our tailbone under, taking a nice side stretch here. Exhale, pull your baby in to come up. We can shift our weight back a little bit, take our front foot out, turn it out slightly, and then let's rock here. This is also really helpful to do during your labor. Beautiful. Let's walk in that front foot and pressing into it, shift to the other side. Slowly shifting our weight forward, tucking your tailbone under. Nice side stretch. Exhale, coming up. We can heel toe that front foot out, external rotation through your front leg, rocking here. Amazing. Let's bring it back in, and we can grab a quick sip of water. Let's come up to standing. We're going to move into our hip hinges, which is also very helpful for labor preparation. Let's put our back toe down, heel popped up. We can bring our hands up behind our ears. And then as we bend down, we're gonna try to touch our glutes to the wall behind us. Keeping length in our lower back, not rounding out at all. One last one on this side. Beautiful, let's switch to the other side. Exhale, pull your baby in on the way up. Last one. Amazing. We're gonna move into squats now. Let's spread our toes, weight evenly distributed. We can come down on an inhale, exhale, coming up. Pull your baby in. Option to add a pelvic floor contraction on the way up. Releasing it on the way down. Amazing, we're gonna add onto it now. When we come up next time, knee comes up. Switching sides. Think of this as a core exercise, really pulling your baby in. Amazing. I'm gonna give two different options now. We can either take our feet wide apart, moving into sumo squats here, or if it's comfortable for you, you can bring your feet in a little bit and come all the way down into your deep squat and then coming back up again. So wherever you are, sumo or deep squat. On our next one, let's come down to either a deep squat, or you can also rest in butterfly pose. Let's take a couple of big breaths here, relaxing through your pelvic floor. Feel free to stay here, or for an advanced exercise, if it's available to you, we can do some duck walks. So starting from your deep squat, you're gonna walk forward and then back. Keeping externally rotated. If this is bothering your knees or hips, then just stay in a static position. Amazing. Now we're gonna come on to our glutes, bringing your feet out in front. If you need a minute to get here, that's okay. Let's take a big breath in. Exhale, release, feet are flexed. We're gonna do seated hip hikes here, or glute walks. So you're gonna hike your hip up and move it forward, sort of walking on your glutes. This looks funny, but it's really effective for birth preparation. Exhale as you lift your leg. Good, go back the other way. Beautiful. So we'll come sitting on our glutes again, and let's find a 90-degree angle with your knees here. And then we can move back and forth. Finding that internal rotation as you bring that back knee to the ground. Good, let's come into butterfly. Letting your knees flop out. You can sit tall. You can either stay sitting tall or hinge forward if it feels good. Fully relaxing through your pelvic floor here. Finding even more softness. Beautiful, let's come up. We can make our way to our knees again. We'll move into puppy pose, which is great for optimal fetal positioning, helping prevent back labor. So coming up high on your knees, and walk your hands forward, lowering your forehead to the ground. If this doesn't feel good, you could also move into child's pose. Armpits reach down towards the ground, feel lifted through your back, not dumping into your lower back. Steady breaths here. You can repeat these affirmations after me or just say them in your head. My body and baby are working perfectly together. I am calm, confident, and ready to meet my baby. I trust the process of birth and the wisdom of my body. Amazing. Let's walk our hands in. We can come sitting on our knees. We can clasp our elbows or our hands behind, ensuring to keep your ribs pulled down and in and baby pulled in. Let's open up through our chest. Good, release, rounding out the other way. Good, gentle release. You did an amazing job today. I hope your body is feeling good. Let me know in the comments how much longer in your pregnancy you have to go. Don't forget to grab your complete guide on how to reduce and cope with pain during labor, as well as 15 steps for your easiest birth.